What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Visual Verse. This is your host, Ayande Joseph, and today I am super excited to talk about my favorite Star Wars movie ever made, and that has to be Rogue One. Now, Rogue One is one of the newer movies. I know that I'll probably receive a lot of hate for this decision, but please let me land and hear me out. Rogue One really introduced us to a side of the galaxy that we haven't really been too involved in. That is the everyday citizen's life who's kind of, not a Jedi, not a Sith, not doing anything really necessarily important, but kind of just living their life on their own. This broadened the galaxy so much. I mean, a child of this amazing movie is Andor, the Disney Plus television show that is by far the best Disney works ever. And I think that this just shows us that in order to have entertaining Star Wars content, it doesn't need to be about these mainstream characters that we are so used to, such as Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and more. With that being said, I think that it does make it even more satisfying when we have these iconic characters come in as cameos. I mean, Darth Vader's presence used in Rogue One was absolutely brilliant. Diving into the movie, the reason I like it so much is because the characters and the acting were all top tier. Out of that core group, I think that every single character really carried their weight, even the robots. I know usually the robots like the cutesy one that you don't really like, but the robot in this movie was done excellently. He is more of an adult figure. He was kind of the realist of the group, telling the percentage of people who would survive, very much similar to C-3PO's role in the original movies. And I feel like this just added a whole new dynamic that really catered to everyone of all ages and demographics. I mean, first off, the diversity of the cast was absolutely splendid, and it didn't feel forced. That's one of the biggest problems of Hollywood industries these days. Always feels like the diversity is like a quota rather than what the director actually has in their vision. No, the director in this movie truly picked the characters and the actors based on who he thought would have the highest chemistry, and that is so clear to see in the movie. You really get to see them grow as a family more than just a team. They really care for each other. This is life and death. You have the deserter, you have the rebel, you have the alliance, you have all these different things adding up and coming together, synergizing to form this perfect union of a movie. And that's what makes it so entertaining and interesting to me. By far my favorite character in this movie has to be the monk. Although a close second is Cassian Andor, I feel like the monk's just swagginess and how he was like a Jedi but not a Jedi really was a cool fake out. I mean, if there was a certain director recording this movie, they would have made it so that the monk was actually a Jedi in disguise. I think that the brilliance of having the monk just be a faithful believer of the Jedi religion really made it even more impactful, because it's like, realistically, there's not a lot of Jedis out there, especially after Order 66. So it makes sense that you have all these believers and worshippers that are trying to emulate the certain characteristics that the Jedi that they look up to previously had. If you haven't seen this movie, you truly are missing out. It is so good, great quality, and so enjoyable to watch. Honestly, I need to rewatch it again. I just love this movie so much. It is easily Star Wars at its best. I know that there was no Jedi fighting and all that, but as I said earlier, the Darth Vader cameo was really the cherry on the top. It was absolutely beautiful. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will see you next time.